Hey there, everybody, welcome back to the tiny little town of Ruth. Hope you guys enjoyed the first episode. I'm glad to see some good reception on it. This game is, I don't know, I've really enjoyed this game so far. It's really cozy to an extent. I know there's some like battles later on, but I don't know. It's just got that medieval, the music in the background, it's got that medieval tavern vibe, and I don't know. It just kind of checks a lot of boxes for me, but without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in. There's one thing I forgot to show you guys at the end of the last episode. Yeah, construction finished, that's fine. This is more important. This is kind of an early look at a feature that they have, but it's a really cool feature of this, and a lot of city builders that I have, I want this feature. But if you click this little button up here in the top right on your portrait, you'll visit your town and you can walk around it and check it out. And it is just, it adds a level of immersion to your city that you can kind of fully appreciate. You can see the kind of views in the distance, and I don't know. I think that's just a really awesome feature to add to a city builder like this. I know it's not just a city builder, but for me, this is a kind of a city builder. I know where there's gonna be some RTS later on, but yeah, just walking around, taking a look at your village, it just feels incredible to do that. But anyway, I just wanted to show that feature off. I forgot to show it off in the last episode, so I decided to show it off at the beginning of this episode. Now, some of you did give some feedback, and the feedback is that I am a little unclear when I talk, and that is just a traditional thing here on the channel. I will try to be better with enunciating and trying to get my point across and not sound like I'm just word vomiting, as you say, yeah, make it a little bit easier for me to understand. So let's go ahead and get started. We are still kind of behind on our fuel and food, mostly our fuel. So we do have our lumberjack over here going, Woodcutter's Lodge. They are getting to work on that, so hopefully we can get some of that going and we can survive the winter. I might put another family in there once we have more families to go around, but at the moment we don't, which means we need to build out our houses a little bit more. So we have 6 at the moment. You can see 1, 2, 3, yeah, 6. Okay, there we go, I can count. So let's go and get some more if we can. Right now I feel like we're good. We also have mercenary companies, and that's something we'll need to take care of relatively soon. So this episode, we're probably gonna go and take out this brigand camp. Now, these brigand camps can get you a lot of good stuff, and they also give us the renown to expand our territories. So that's what we're gonna wanna do. And once we have a little bit more villagers to go around. Right now, we don't have the workforce to do that. So what I'm thinking is that I do wanna make sure that I don't take out this wildlife here. So let's zoom out just a tad. Oh, nope, that's not the way I wanna look. Let's grab a hunter camp, I believe. Hunting camp. So we can see here, this is our area of influence for this hunter camp. We want to be careful and not take out this area. So I wish I could kind of show a filter of that. I don't know if there's a way for me to apply filters over. I would like to get an overlay for our, no overlay underground water. No, I don't think I see an overlay for this. I could be wrong. I'm going to take a look around and see if I can find anything for a second. Okay, unfortunately, I don't think I found a way for me to get, oh, wait, never mind. There it is right there. Okay, if I turn on if I just start building. All right, never mind. That works for me. Good, man, good development right here. So far, I've enjoyed a lot of the development of this dev, or the way this dev has developed the game. A lot of QLL features that have been considered and very, very nice. So let's go ahead and try to get a couple more burgage plots up. And I think we're going to build over here, and we're going to build just enough where we're not going to take out this hunting camp. So I think I'm going to start here, and I think I'm going to get a little bit of a curve. Actually, let's go ahead and make our town center here, and then we can make more here if we want to. So I'm going to go ahead and do this, and then I'm going to just get outside here. Some people are going to have smaller plots, and that's fine. We're not too worried about that. So what I want to check here is when I do this and I rotate, what kind of plots are we going to get out of this? So it doesn't seem like, with the way I have it, we won't be able to do this. So let's see if we can adjust our points here. Let's see, oh, nope, don't want that. House location, snap tools, road connection point, place point. I want to try to move this point if I can. Let's take out our points here and try our best to get something going if we can. Let's rotate and see if this will do something nice for us. Okay, so we can get that. That's 4 burgage plots, which isn't bad. And it's just outside of, and we put different buildings here or something like that. So we have 4 burgage plots, which I think is good to me. We have 24 lumber. So let's go ahead and put the build command in for that and get 4 more of those going. All right, so we have our water going. We have our market going. Now, what do we want to focus on next? Well, we're starting to see that our months before supplies right now is going up. We're at 3 now, due to us getting some more firewood. I'm going to speed up time a little bit, just so we're getting things done. And you can see here we're working on our granary so we can start storing our food and our food won't rot. Let's see what else we want. So our main priority is getting more workers. And we have +4 to living space. So that's how many I think we're going to add to our city here. And I think this is going to be nice to have these burgage plots around the city center. So, because if you remember in the last episode, the closer these are to the market, the higher chance they have to upgrade quicker. Things further out from the market will not upgrade as fast. So that is something we want to consider. Okay, so our approval is going up, which is good. We need to have more market variety, but I think that'll go up as we get more things going. Now, do I want to consider farms? Well, maybe. We could also have windmills. We see we have sheep farms. We can collect wool. I don't think we want that just yet. We may want to go ahead and consider a field somewhere. I could probably consider a field out here. Let's check our fertility. Okay, we don't have a lot out here. We have a ton out here, and that's at the edge of our borders, though. So, you know, if these brigands decide to come out here, well, our farms are kind of in trouble, in all honesty, but I think it'll be worth getting these farms going. So, if we get a farmhouse, and I want to go ahead and kind of rotate this if I can. Okay, and have the entrance of the farm be there, and we can have maybe a main road split off from the King's Road. I believe that's what it's called, is the King's Road. If we have that, then we can have all this farmland back here. Now you gotta consider, so let's take away this for a second. Let's check out all the fertility. Barley, emmer, rye. Rye and emmer are pretty good out here. So that's all we're gonna be working on. So rye, we have a little bit of barley, so we want to consider a barley field maybe right here. Flax, we have a little bit of flax. We'll have to consider maybe putting a flax field there. So we can at least get our farmhouse going. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have that right here at the entrance of this field, or this road. I don't know why I said field. So we'll put that there. So that's our farmhouse, and we'll get a road going out to it. We'll just say, hey, it comes off here and goes up like that. And comes up to that farmhouse, just like that. Looks good to me. Okay, so the other things we're going to need are windmills to turn our grain into bread, or into flour, and then back into bread. And the communal oven is going to allow us to make bread and have that at the market. Now we do want to look at our fields here. So I wanted to look at the ones that are limited. So barley and flax are limited fields. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a flax field here, and these can be rotated out. So if we look at it, emmer and rye, we can rotate these out, and you're going to want to rotate your crops just like in real life. There's a reason why you rotate your crops and maybe have some tilled land of just tilling it and then cycling your crops, because the soil quality gets bad. So the same applies in this game. Let's go ahead and get our flax going. I'm going to have a flax field about this wide, and that looks good to me. We'll have it look like that. Very good. That's a field. Now we want, okay, farming. This is a tutorial on farming. I kind of explained a little bit, but we'll go ahead and read the tutorial just for your sake. Farmhouse employees families who work on the fields. The workforce is distributed proportionally in accordance with the field's set priority level. When crops are growing, they absorb certain nutrients from the soil, temporarily lowering its fertility, and thus diminishing yield over time. To combat this, consider changing crop types, or even better, leaving the field fallow for a year. That's the term I was looking for, fallow. So yeah, it kind of explains to you how crops work, which is very handy. All right, so barley field. Let's go ahead and get a barley field up. So I'm going to have this one a little bit wider, have a little chunkier. We're going to have a barley field, and these may be too large. And you're probably like, wow, Stapes, these are huge. And you're probably right. But I'm going to go at least get a good number of fields here. We're going to have a dedicated field to just rye. And with the rye, and I think I'll start off with these 3 fields, because we can cycle out rye and emmer at this one. So these 3 fields will be good for us. So let's take a look at each field here. And this is where I love kind of about this game with the farming, is that it goes in detail. You can like schedule how these are going to work. So you can see our yields here, and we can fallow, or we can do flax, barley, or wheat. I don't know where our emmer went. I think, let's see, what am I missing on emmer? Okay, I'm not gonna worry about emmer for a second. I will worry about that later. But we do want to, actually, I think, isn't this this field dedicated to emmer? No. What's emmer? I don't know what emmer is. Okay, interesting. We're gonna focus on flax, barley, and rye. So this field is dedicated to flax. So we'll put our flax here, and then second year we'll do fallow, and then we'll do another flax. I think this is going to be dedicated to flax. So crop rotation, I want to follow the second year, and then I want flax the second year. This will allow us to get clothes eventually. We're not going to have these working yet because we don't have the families for it, but I'm wanting to get them set up. We don't want to force early harvest, and I think that sounds good to me. So second year fallow, flax. Actually, third year crop type, and then it rotates. Yes. Okay, so then it'll follow again. Right. I think that's the way I want it. Perfect. All right, so let's go here. This one is going to be our barley, I believe. Make sure I'm correct on that. With it being 52%, I think I am correct, but I do want to make sure just in case. Yep, barley, perfect. Exactly what I want to see. So barley, that'll let us get alcohol eventually. Crop rotation, second year, fallow, and then barley again. And then finally, over here, we want wheat, crop rotation, fallow, and then wheat again. And that is what we'll do for this field. So that is our initial field setup, and we have plenty more space to go around, but we're not going to worry about that. These are massive fields for the amount of families that we have. We're at least going to get this initial thing set up. I do want to go ahead and probably get some of this other, we'll probably do some sheep farms eventually. But for right now, we're not going to worry about this. We're going to get the initial thing going. But at the moment, because we don't have the families, we want to focus on these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set these to a higher priority than the fields, so that our villagers actually will go work on these houses first, so we can bring in more people, so we have more workers. And that also kind of attributes to stone. We're going to need more stone. And I believe these are limited. You can see this is 120, so we'll have to trade eventually. Trading is going to be very good. We also have 55 clay here, and then we have a very rich deposit of 3,800 iron, which is going to be incredible for our weapon production. Bear deposits, these grow, and animals, they come back. So we have to just be careful when we have to make sure we don't overhunt. Okay, so we're back to live, and people are getting to work. Is there anything else that we want to consider focusing on before I decide to skip around a little bit? So we have our market. We don't have a tavern. We could get a church, but we're going to need to get some lumber for that. Which, that reminds me, we'll need to get that going, I think. So we have the granary, we have our forester hut, we have our logging camp. So now we need our lumber mill. So let's go ahead and look at our gathering, and we want our saw pit. So we'll put the saw pit right, I think right in here. I think that'll be fine. It'll take up some of our trees, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about it. So we're gonna put this on a higher priority as well. I'm actually gonna put this on very high so we can start cutting those that lumber. Because our goal now is to upgrade to level 2 and get our birch plots going. And here we can construct a backyard extension if we want. So we can start getting chickens, to lay eggs, which gives us more to our market, or we can do carrots, which gives us vegetables, but this will take up some of our regional wealth. Now, regional wealth is taxing villagers of our village. And to get more regional wealth, we have to get to level 2 homes. And to do that, we have to supply all these needs. So we need church, we need fuel, we need food, and we need clothing. And see here, we don't really have much food here. Okay, sorry, I'm back. My game had a little bit of a hiccup. That's okay. I think it just kind of hung up for a second, but back to it. So what we were doing was we were focusing on, they're delivering our firewood here, which I love. I just love the simulation of this game. It is so well done. But you can see here we have our food. We have meat and berries. And honestly, the granary should maybe a little bit closer, but I think it should be fine right there. I'm actually going to put this as a high priority as well, so it's the same as our houses. Actually, let's do highest, like the salt pit. I think that'll be good. Now, we desperately need more workers because we are unfortunately a little bit low on getting things done. Now, we don't have any lumber coming in. That's fine. We have plenty of it. Let's check our people around, shall we? Do we have any extras here? We have one there. We don't really want to start gathering our food. Food's kind of important, although we do have a lot of it. We have 50 berries, so I think I'm going to take people off the berries for a second. Now, I think because we take them off the berries, I think unfortunately they stop selling the berries. I could be wrong. I have to understand how the simulation works when it comes to people. I think if you have someone working at the granary, I think that they transport those goods for those families, but I could be mistaken. I want to check our, yeah, so we're not getting a, oh no, it says, okay, we are supplying these houses. So you can see this house hasn't been supplied yet, but these right next to the market have been. So I think I'm going to let the game run for just a tad. Let us get about 50% so we have more people move in, and then also get some of these other constructions done. So I'm going to let the game run, and I'll be back with you guys when it's done. Okay, time to bring you guys back. So what we've done here is we've finished up our 4 birch plots, and we finished up our granary and our saw pit. So we're able to probably get some not employees. I'm playing Lobotomy Corporation too much, and I keep calling everything employees. That's the same thing for our Octa Not Included playthrough. But yeah, we can probably start adjusting our people a little bit. I don't think we really needed the 2 construction workers that we had, but we do have plenty of construction materials. We have 11 timber. We need to get some planks going, I think. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get someone working on planks. So we'll put that there. Construction reserve. Reserve will never be used for crafting, so that enough raw resources are left in construction. Interesting. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but I don't think we need to worry about it at the moment. But we can have logs move back and forth from here. We definitely need to get more people into our village here, but we can see now that we have an approval of 52% with our market food variety and market food variety +2. So that was our previous. We're now at +3, which is really good. If we take a look, we have 8 meat, 6 berries, and we have our firewood here as well. So I think what I need to do is just kind of wait for new people to come in, and hopefully we'll have them come in relatively soon. But you can see here, we're starting to kind of make our village town center be, you know, something special. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put maybe the church right here. I think that'd be a good place to have it. Very centralized to the downtown square. Don't know what we could do here. I was hoping we could put a well here, but unfortunately there is no water there. But we can go ahead and consider the church, because that would help us get some of our needs for the burgers plots. So if we take a look at residential and we go to the church, we can see we need 20 planks, 5 timber, and 10 stone, which is fine. Ooh, man, that is a bigger, not of goods. That is a much bigger building than I thought it was initially. Okay, so we need to think of a different place for our church. Because I really don't, our hunting is kind of in an awkward spot, and I think it's okay if I put it there, or we can decide to put it somewhere else. We could put it here, or we could put it down here. We'll probably have more houses down on this area as well. It's gonna take a while for these houses to get that need though, so that's what I'm worried about. I think I would be okay taking up some of this animal habitat will cause migration. Okay, I'm not too concerned with that. I think if they migrate a little bit into here, I think that'll be okay. And that'll help us free up some of the space over here as well. So we can put our church right here, which I think will be fine. I kind of want that there. So we'll need to get our planks, but I think that's what we're planning on doing is put the church there, and the animals will migrate, which is fine. This is eventually going to build out, and they're going to move anyway. So yeah, I'm not too worried about it. So let's take a look at our industrial zone. What else we can do here? A corpse pit. We're going to need this eventually when we go to battle, but I'm not too concerned about it at the moment. We can also start working on our manor, but we need to get a small village going first. Trading. We can go get trading going. That would be decent for getting things that we need, but I don't think we exactly need it just yet. Industry. Blood Mary, Smithy. We don't really need any of this stuff just yet. I think if we look at our plots here, I think they don't require, oh no, we can, okay, a clothing stall supply would be nice. So we could probably consider something, but we need to consider what would be best for our village. So we can have Weaver's Workshop, works to use wool to produce yarn and flax to produce linen. So that's kind of where we need to start producing some flax. I would really love to get some more people into our village so that we can have that. Tools must be refueled once per month. Okay, smithy and tools. I'm kind of curious what the tools do. Can I get a tools? I don't know what that does. I'm assuming we'll get some information on tools a little bit later on. Ooh, also, I just noticed I can change the view. Currently showing surplus goods default. Total goods stored. Okay, so that's our surplus. All right, awesome. I like that view. That's kind of nice. We have our crafting materials. How do I get my tools back? What did I do up here? I have messed up my bar up here. It's fine. It'll be okay. I'll fix that later. So I think my next goal is to work on our farms a little bit. You can see that people are already going out here, and it is a journey. That's to say the least. But hey, you get a nice view going down here. I think that's kind of cool. You come down the road here, and you'll see the giant farms off in the distance. Actually, hang on, wait, we can use our guy here. There we go. You walk and you see our giant fields. I love it. The game is gorgeous, by the way. So, okay, I'm getting distracted again. We need to focus on this stuff. Church level. Okay, we're working on our planks. That's good. We're gonna need more wood eventually. And we have 2. Ooh, okay, I think we got a new person added here. So let's go ahead and get our logging going again, because our logs are gonna get low once we have the saw pit going. Nothing stored inside. Construction reserve. Okay. So the construction reserve. I want at least 5 on construction. And we have family members join one of the sellers. Burger spot level 1. Okay, cool. Great. Family members joined one of the sellers. So if we look here, you can see all the different families We can expand the living space if we really want to. Doubles the maximum family count for this burgage plot. I want to take a look at general people. So you can see here we have 3. We can upgrade it to, I believe, 5. Doubles. Oh, you can upgrade it to 6. Very good. We probably have some that have no one in it. I could be wrong. Yeah, we have no families right now. How many total families do we have? We have 10 living space. We have 5 assigned, so we only have 6 families at the moment. We have 17 people. You see our population is growing, though. We were 17, now we're 18. We have 6 level 1 families, 12, I believe, men and 6 women, and no children? I don't think there's children, actually. That may be something added later on. But we only have 1 workforce. We still need more families to join. It's okay if we get more of a singular family, but we need more families as a whole. I believe the more people in a family, though, the more that you're able to... Ooh, add an herb garden. That's kind of cool. Sorry, I got distracted again. I believe the more people you have in a family, though, the more efficient they are at their jobs. If I'm thinking correctly. We have a full pantry over here, so I'm assuming it's because we have no one working here. We don't need to focus on construction as much, I don't think. Granted, once this is done, we can kind of assign our families back. And the more I play, the more of my basic understanding of the game is going to go down, so it's going to be more of a learning curve for me. But I think what we need to do is we really need to wait for more families to join the settlement. And because we are at 50, it's going down, though. And it's because our market fruit variety is going down. You can see here, I think our berries are gone. No, the berries are still there. And we have meat. Really just need to get some probably other foods going. Also some clothing, if possible. Which we could import. Importing is a thing we could do. We have no planks yet, so I'm wondering if there's no one doing this job and I'm doing something wrong. Nothing stored inside. We have someone here. We have someone at our storage, so that should be going back and forth. We have our firewood and weapons. I want to speed up time and see if I can observe what's going on here and see if why there's no one working in here. Unless the salt pit is not done, but I think it is. People. Okay, waiting for, guiding an ox, so they have to... Waiting, carpenter, show workplace. Reassign family to different workplace, show workplace. And they're waiting. Do we have to have livestock for this? Or is it just because the livestock is busy? Because you have to haul lumber. Ah, so the livestock is busy. So we really need another livestock. Okay. Upgrade to small stable. Have another ox. Stable place 1 of 1. We really need to have... We could get a livestock here. We can assign a livestock if we really wanted to. But I think... General post, stable space, advance. Yeah, so I think we're going to need 1 more... Transporting. Yeah, your permanent livestock assignment. So we don't want to do that. We don't want to take... Unassigned oxen are needed for construction. Yeah, so if we don't have an assigned oxen, then they're not going to be for construction. No free oxen. I think that should be fine. I think the game is thinking... I'm probably messed up some things, and it should be fine. So really what I need to do is I need to upgrade this so we can have more oxen. And because we need to have something carry back and forth. If the oxen's busy with dragging wood for construction, then it's not going to get anywhere. Also, I just noticed Jorg is now just waiting for a guide. So let's speed up time and see what happens. There we go. All right. You guys take that over there. Thank you. Unassigned families needed for construction work. Farmhouse. Ooh, where did our other family go? Did I assign someone to do something else? I don't remember assigning anyone to do something else. Okay, we have that there. We have you there. Saving finish. That's fine. Okay, who's doing what? Don't know. How are we doing on firewood? We got 71 firewood. I think we're fine for the meantime, so let's go and get an unassigned family. Trying to make sure... Okay, we're good on that. Fruit variety is going up, which is good. Really need to get the church going. I really need to get those planks going. And I think for upgraded stable, we need 2 planks at least. So once that oxen is free, they should be taking lumber to it. Yeah, so this is taking a while. So I'll let things run and see if we can get things stable. Also, something to report. It looks like resources were stolen by our bandits, and they stole 3 firewood. So we're going to need to probably take care of them sooner rather than later. Yeah, you can see them hiding over here in the forest. They're just kind of hanging out, waiting to steal more from us. So what we need to do is I think it's time for a little bit of combat. So let's see if we can get an army going. Now, what I want to do is we probably want a new militia unit, spear militia. All right, create your first militia unit. The male villagers are evenly distributed between all militia units. They will then try to find the required equipment. The weapon and shield depends on the unit type, while the maximum quality of body armor and helmet depends on the villager's residential level. After bringing all the necessary equipment home, the unit recruits are marked as ready to rally. Then will you be able to rally your unit. Got it. All right, so we don't have enough people, it looks like. It looks like we would make a 12 of 36. So yeah, unfortunately our retinues aren't going to be that big and our militia aren't going to be that big. So I think we're just going to have to deal with it at the moment until we get more people coming into the village. Because right now we just can't handle it. Our pantry is full. I'm going to see if assigning someone is going to bring those berries here. We don't have any construction workers, but that's fine. We're going to let things stable out. Maybe we'll get some more families join us because we do have some empty homes. We'll see what happens. Okay, after looking at something, I think I'm going to decide I'm going to actually upgrade some of these burgage plots. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use our regional wealth. And what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to produce a chicken coop so that we can get some eggs. That'll give us another food benefit. And then maybe some of these goat sheds. So it provides a passive yield of hides, which could possibly lead us to create clothing for our villagers. So if we look at our industry, hides into leather, and then I believe that our leather can be turned into, I could be wrong, but we could probably make, that probably count towards one of our clothing supplies. Yes, so we can make leather here. So we might go ahead and produce a goat shed as well. So we'll have chickens and goats right here in these two. That way we'll get a passive yield and we can slowly kind of make those here. So that leather will go here and we'll have a stall for it. I believe that would belong to that family, and that family would just open up their own stall. I could be wrong. We could see how that works and I could figure it out later. But at the moment, we're still waiting for new villagers to join us. And it's taking a while, and I have had to make some assignments elsewhere just so we can go ahead and get some of this farm done over here. And so people will be working on the construction of that. So I think I'm going to have that kind of slowly go by. And then once we have this construction done, we can switch over to something else. Okay, our farm is done now. So we have our farm. We can start assigning people here and start working the fields. But once again, we're going to wait for those to, for more people to come help us get the village up and running. We have our generic storage full, which means the log storage is full here. So once someone's in here, they can start working. Another bandit camp was sighted. Okay, let's take a look at that, shall we? Now we got two we got to worry about, which is not great. And considering it's pretty close to our farms, I don't like that at all. I mean, that's right next to our farms. Ooh, and there's also a destroyed windmill up here. That's kind of interesting. Probably take that over and actually have another farm. We have farms back to back. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, these brigands. Ooh, okay, we're getting surrounded by camps, and if we get raided, it's not going to be a good time. So we need to start working on getting our village a little bit more prepared to handle those brigands. But for right now, we're going to assign our workers elsewhere because we have no construction at the moment. So let's go ahead and get some timber going, which we already do. Log storage is full. They are working on getting, it looks like, some planks going. We have 15 planks now, which is great. So let's make sure we get our log storage back up. And now that we have 15 planks, we can work on getting some other things done. And what I'm really wanting to focus on is the church. I think once we have the church, I think we're going to see a lot more growth because it's going to cover another one of our needs. And the more needs you cover, the more people come in. So let me take a look here. Trade, industry, residential, church. So we're missing 20 planks. By 20, I mean, we're only missing 5. So once this family is done here, we'll have more to go around. So hopefully they'll get that done. Our approval is going up, which is great. Food market variety. So if we look at our food market here, we should see some eggs here now. Let's take a look, shall we? No, not yet, but we can start, you know, we can see that our food stall supplies have our fuel, our food stall, and then our water has been, the need has been met. And hopefully eventually with these goats that we have here, even though we have 0 regional wealth, we now have this passive income of leather. Hopefully we'll see that need slowly be filled. Now if I look here, we might be able to find a goat somewhere around here. I don't see no goat. No goats. Oh, no, there's our goats. And there are chickens. Okay, great. I didn't realize this was, okay. Yeah, I was looking at the wrong bird plot. So yeah, you can see the goats back here. I have a little goat shed, and then we have our chickens back here as well. I'm kind of curious if the plots upgrade with the tier 2 or if it's just the home that upgrades. But I don't know, we'll take a look at that when we get to it. Now this keeps going up and down. I don't know if it's because of our food variety going up and down, but generic storage pool, that's fine. Our lumber mill, our lumber jack, or our salt pit, or what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I used to work on a lumber yard, so you'd think I would know this. Anyway, our sawmiller is what I'm going to call it. It should get to work on that, and we'll have more planks coming in. I'm going to speed up time so we can get a little bit of that done, and then we can start working on our church. Okay, let's reel it back. So we have 20 planks now, which means we can get our church. So let's go ahead and put our church where exactly where I wanted it, right there. I think that's going to be a great place for it. We can have, and the wild animals have migrated. So let's take a look at this. Lots going on. Let's go ahead and go through it one by one. Wild items have migrated. Let's see where they went to. That's not too bad. That could have been much worse. Now our family here, let's check advance and let's see work area here. I want them to work in this area, and we're just gonna change the size just a little bit, and that's where they're gonna work. They have to go pretty far, but I think that's gonna be okay. We could make our road go back a little bit further, but if they have to go a little bit to go through the woods, I don't think it's gonna be that bad. If we look at our filters, let's take a look at our hunting filters real quick. Gathering, hunting. It's not too far off. You know, they have to make a little bit of a walk, but it could be much worse. If we do notice a diminish in our meat, then we'll move them closer, but I think it should be fine for right now. So we do have a new family that joined us as well. You can see we have one unassigned worker, so they're gonna get to work on our wooden church, and that church will be done hopefully relatively soon. Our market variety is going up and down. It's kind of fluctuating, but it's enough to bring in more families. We have a total population of 21, up from 18 last time we checked, which is great, and we have 10 families. So if we look at all of our homes here, I think we have a family in there now. We don't have any families in here, so we think we have 3 free burgage plots. Yep, 3 free burgage plots, which is going to help us grow a little bit. Forester's hut, we already have that. I'm not worried about that at all. I want to take a look at this need. This house is probably going to be our control house to see, hey, what do we have? What do we not have? Okay, let's see. No leather there yet. Do we have any leather in here? We do have some hides. So we could start selling them, but we need to turn these hides into leather first. So we need a tannery. I'm going to expand our industry district, I think. And I was going to place my manor here. So we're going to move this hitching post, I think. I think my manor is going to go right there. I think that makes sense to me. So let's go ahead and move this. I want to move it, relocate. I'm going to relocate the hitching post. I think, can I move it here? Is that a thing I can do? No, these roads are just a little bit too wide. All right, that's fine. We have our district there. I think our hitching post should stay in our industry district, so I'm going to put it here. And then we'll kind of make a new road for our tannery, and I'm going to kind of make it go off here. It's get a little wonky here. Hang on, let's see if we can get this fixed up the way I want it to. There we go. Turn it, and then bring it back into here. So I'm going to bring it out here. I think that's good. And let's see if we can fit our tannery in here. If not, then we'll adjust it as needed. Doesn't look like it. Look like it's a little too large, but we could put it here if we really wanted to, which I think is going to be just fine. Probably have to move some of this stuff around. I kind of would like to have it there if possible. So let's go ahead and try to readjust that road, shall we? Okay, I think I've adjusted the road the way I like it. So let's get our leather work out, our tannery. There we go, much better. So we have our tannery go back there, and we can fit that nice and snug in that little road right there. And then we have another maybe road go off here. Just don't want to crowd our industry on one road. I feel like that is not very good. I think the game did mention something about, hey, you can have crowded roads, but I think that's what we'll do for right now. And we do have 2 excess workers now, so I think we have one that got unassigned somewhere, and I'm wondering where that was. I'm also gonna make the church a high priority. We're gonna say that's a very high priority. We do have you there. I think it's about time for us to assign someone back to the berries. Granted, I think I'll keep them off until we have our workers finish the church. I think that's a good thing to do. So let's go ahead and see if you guys, I say you guys, I've been playing Lobotomy Corporation and Auction Not Included, where I am able to name, guess the NPCs after you guys. And yeah, anyway, let's see if our villagers get this done in time for us to see a nice church built in this episode. Okay, and there it is. There's our wooden church. Nice and built, looking good. We can see you have 2 entrances and exits. I built this the wrong way, but that's fine. I kind of would like have had this one. Can I relocate? No, that's a demolish. Okay, I'm not gonna go that bad into it. I guess that's my mistake. We'll have like something come out here and maybe some more villagers go this way. That's fine. It'll be okay. I'm not gonna go crazy with it. We had 10 berries stolen by the bandits. Okay, you guys are starting to get a little bit on my nerves. With all of our berries just got yoinked from the bandits. Let's see if they're delivering any. Nope, not really. So we probably need a family working with our berries, and we did have another family join us. So let's go ahead and get someone back on the berries. And then, yeah, let's see. How's our granary storing up? Okay, there's 40 berries there. We'd have someone there, so hopefully they'll bring the berries to the market, and we'll see. Yep, we can see a little bit of berries joining the market there. Very good. So now we have our tannery. Let's go ahead and get someone in there so we can actually produce leather. So once we produce leather, that will be sold here. And it's really nice. We actually got a good influx of families coming in. So we have 8 total families and 24 people. Oh, so nice. And we have a clothing stall now, which is great. So now we're going to see this house is about to turn into tier 2, which is kind of what I wanted to do for this episode, is finally get to tier 2 homes. There we go. Man, can't speak. But we're kind of falling behind on our fuel. We're going to need more fuel. Our generic storage is full for this. We're going to keep getting that because of the logs. That's fine. We'll turn it into planks and we'll be just good there. We have new mercenary companies we can get. So let's take a look at our army. We have our spear militia. I'm going to remove the unit. And I'm not entirely sure how we get mercenary companies. I don't think we can do that yet. I don't think we can hire them. I could be wrong. Create new units. Hire. Here we go. Hire mercenaries. And I think we're going to do this. Granted, treasury cost. We have no treasury because I'm poor. So we can't even hire anyone to help us with that. Oh boy, we really need to take care of some of these guys. So we can have 18 spear militia. I don't know if that's going to be enough to handle these brigands, and I'm kind of afraid to, if I'm honest. If we look at them, effectiveness 100%. We really want to take out some of these guys because we're going to keep getting stolen from. I'm not sure if there's only a couple units there. Maybe we'll be okay. I don't think we need a full-on army, so let's see if we can do something about that. Let's take a look at our armies here. Recruits missing. Can we rally? Pick rallying spot and mobilize the unit for combat. Can I rally you guys here? Okay, yeah, they're going. I think. Maybe. Let's take a look. I'm gonna pause the game. Yep, they are. Okay, they are rallying and they're going. So this is gonna be the, oh geez. Moving your units. Select the units with left mouse button. Hold and drag to select multiple units. All right, our standard RTS stuff. Command select the units with right mouse button. Hold and drag to form a line. Hold Alt while keeping the formation when multiple units are command. Hold Control and draw waypoints for a single squad. Okay. Got it. I think we'll play with that. For right now, we only have 1 unit. The combat strength of your units depends on many factors. Stances, check the army tab below to set them and have pros and cons. And morale is the willingness to fight. If it reaches critical points, some stances become unavailable, and eventually the unit will flee from battle. Fatigue, soldiers become tired when running and fighting. When exhausted, they can no longer run or fight well. Effectiveness is the attack and defense multiplier. The unit might have a hard time fighting uphill, or archers struggling with shooting in the rain. Hold tab to inspect the details. Okay, so if we take a look at our army here, we can see they're fatigued already. That's fine. Attack, armor, they're good on armor. Shielding is good. So we might put like a defensive stance for them. I don't know how to do that just yet, but we're gonna rally them over here. And these brigands actually might come and get us beforehand. So I think what I'm gonna do is we'll have a stand your ground and we'll get them here. And balanced, run to positions, hold. I think I want to get them, because I have seen where the brigands, they will start running at you, and we don't want our retinue to be fatigued before they get there. So we'll have that happen. While they're moving there, let's check our supplies back here. All right, here's the great part of having all this done. We can now get to tier 2. So I'm gonna hit upgrade on this. And that's gonna start giving us some passive regional wealth, which is gonna be good for upgrading our buildings as a whole. Same with this one. We're gonna upgrade all that we can here. Every single one of them. If we can, we will upgrade them. You can see that we're still missing some food stalls. That's fine. This one's upgradable, which is awesome. That's one of our kind of main road homes. All right, very good. So our construction workers will start working on that. I think I heard something going on. Nope, not yet. You can see their effectiveness is at 49% because they have not had any rest. Well, once we get here, we'll let them rest a little bit and then slowly march to these brigands out here, which I think is actually a command we could do. Push forward. Stand your ground. Soldiers try to stand their ground. Defense is doubled, but attacking frequency is halved, which is not going to be too great. Soldiers watch for enemy missiles. Balance default stance with no bonuses, no penalties. Give ground. Slowly pushes the formation line backward, luring the enemy to follow. Oh, interesting. We can give them the push forward, which could be good. But let's go and get them kind of close out here. Let's check the details on them. In home region, we get plus 90. So let's see if we can bait them into our home region. Then we should be able to fight right here. So that way we get some bonus to that. Okay, they're fatigued. They're 86%. That's good in home region. So let's go and get them up to this point. And if they start charging us, you can see the brigands, they're about 16 as well. Their attack is 1, their armor is 4, their shield is 1. So I think we have an advantage over them. This is going to be close. We have 18. I'm going to start letting my guys rest. We need to keep an eye on these guys. Oh, okay, yeah, they're starting to move, which is fine. Soldiers try to push forward with their full force. All right, so we're going to stand for a second and make sure our effectiveness goes up. Yeah, so they're just fatigued right now. Let them rest. Okay, run to positions. Disband unit. Hold. Stop movement and reform the formation. That's fine. Just want to make sure their fatigue is going down. It is. Great. So I think what we're going to do is probably push forward. And once these guys get close enough, they're at 98. We're going to wait for... Oh, man, hopefully our effectiveness goes up. So I'm going to let this speed up for a second, and hopefully we'll do all right. All right, they're getting closer. We're going... Our effectiveness is going up. All right, slow down time, because they're getting ready to push. Oh, look at that, the war cries. All right, so we don't want to fight in the woods. We're going to let them come to us. We're at 96. They're at 103, because they're moving downhill. Okay, well, we're going to stand our ground. Oh, man, all right, they're clashing. Okay, how we doing? 71, 99. Okay, not great. But we're on our home turf. We have that advantage. I think we'll be all right. And maybe we tell them to push forward. 58%. All right, we're not doing too hot, but they are losing. They are losing some force. Okay. I love the combat. Yeah, they're starting to lose force. Our effectiveness is going down, but it's okay. All right, we lost a guy. That's okay. I think we're going to win this fight. They're pushing forward. You can see them moving the brigands back. Yep, we're at 10 now. Yep, they're at 57. We're at 59. Yeah, there we go. Good job, guys. Yeah, all right, there's our first fight won. And I just got... Oh, okay, they're running away. Awesome. All right, guys, go take out their camp. Well done. We'll go claim that. And then, yeah, we'll have that as our claim. Ooh, we have a rich... rock deposit over here too. That'd be great to have. I think this may be our next region we get. So let's go ahead and get our guys out here. I think the village should be fine. All right, so the bandit camp, new message. All right, check out our message here. When searching through the enemy belongings, you find a stash of goods that could be sent to your people who surely need them, though. It is your right to keep it. The treasury will allow us to have mercenaries for hire, but I think we'll send it to our town. So we got regional wealth, which lets us upgrade our houses even more, which lets us get more materials and such. So we're gonna go ahead and disband this unit. We can't disband within our home region, that's fine. So we'll go ahead and get them out of there. There you go. And then we'll go ahead and disband this unit as soon as they stop. We're not outside our home region. I think we should be able to disband. Maybe I need to click on them again. There we go. Perfect. So they'll go back to their daily lives and remove the unit. And they'll hopefully come back over here. All right, so let's take a look. Generic storage full. Oh, that's just our lumber. That's fine. We do need to consider more firewood. And I forgot to put someone back to working on firewood, so we should probably do that. We're 57% approval, which is good. We haven't upgraded these houses yet. I want to get them construction priority as high as possible. You can see this one is working. That's highest. And I'm going to say any upgrades and stuff, which should be the highest. Because we do want that as done as quickly as possible. And I think we should have the logs to do it. All right, very good. And once these are done, we can go ahead and start considering using our regional wealth to upgrade some of the back of these houses. And then we can start seeing the needs for these homes and start adding more to our market here. You can see here we have our clothing stall. Not a lot of leather, but it's some. Luckily, that passive, the passive from the chicken eggs and the passive from the goat hides helped a lot there. right, so I'm gonna let time pass a little bit, let these upgrade and see what they look like. And there's our first tier 2 birdage plot. Look at that. We're starting to look like a nice little village, but requirements not met. So we need to see what our new requirements are. So we need tavern supply, which is gonna require us to get some farms going for some barley. And we'll need a small stone church at least. You can see that we need more food as well. So we need 2 types of food. And then we need some extra clothing, shoes, clothes, cloaks. So yeah, that's our new requirements for this tier 2 building. We'll have to start working on farming. Some resources disappear when it's getting cold and reappear in the spring. So we're probably not gonna see our berries anymore. Yep, our berries are shrinking. So there's no point into having a person on the berry plot anymore. We could do herb gathering, but man, look at the snow. Oh, that's so nice. Resources stolen by some nearby bandits, of course. Well, once we have our, oh, and there's our settlement level. Awesome. Ruth has now become level 2. So let's go and look at our development point. And I think what we're gonna work on next is probably some trading or maybe some charcoal burning. Charcoal kilns convert 1 firewood into 2 charcoal. I think we're okay with that at the moment. I'm not too worried. Doubles the amount of meat harvested by hunters. Ooh, that could be very good for our hunters. But man, trading should be really good. Trade logistics, establish new trade routes, always cost a maximum of 25 regional wealth, which would be good. And we can start selling stuff and making a ton of money. And then we can remove the tariffs on that as well. So, and I think that may be what we do. Policies, production. Ooh, policies. I don't know when we do that, but that could be interesting. Let's go ahead and get trade logistics and we can start working on trading at some point. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, this is our now slowly growing village. I didn't realize this was a kind of an uphill. Huh. I love the look of that. When you come to the village, then like actually you exit, this is like the view you see. Oh, so nice. We do have an extra family, and I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go and start get a family working on our field down here. If the field is not set to fallow, workers will plow it to sow crops as soon as possible. Yield will increase as it grows and harvest in September during the harvest season. Got it. Awesome. So we're gonna have a family working on our farms now, and we have our level 2s going up as soon as we can. So the regional wealth, we need to spend some of this regional wealth to actually do some of these extra things. Enables production of clothes and cloaks and gambesons. Converts all inhabitants to artisans, so it'll convert our people to artisans if we so choose. I don't think we're gonna do that just yet. And I wonder, can I switch these people? Yes, I can. I could theoretically, ooh, actually. Does this destroy the building or destroy the chicken coop? I think it destroys the chicken coop, which would be okay. Not too worried about that. I think the, it looks a little better back here too. I think they've kind of upgraded the look of the houses back here. We can go get some carrots. We get a yield of carrots. I think I might have those further out. Granted, we can always upgrade and take down a little bit later. So let's go to get carrot production going. And how's our eggs doing? Do we need more eggs? I think we're okay on eggs, so we have carrots going. And then once we get tier 2, we need some barley, which we do have barley that'll eventually grow, but we need malt. Okay, produces ale from malt. Joiner's workshop enables production of wooden parts and shields. We can get some shoes, enables production of shoes, converts all inhabitants to artisans, locking them from being assigned from other jobs. Ah, okay. So this is interesting. So any other jobs, these artisans won't be able to do some of these jobs up here. So we're gonna need more people, I think, to do that, which means we're gonna need more homes. Now, this plot is there, people. So yeah, we're gonna need more homes. So I think what I'm gonna work on is actually getting that done. Okay, let's see. I think we'll have some homes go out this road now. We can go out that way, and maybe have some homes back here, starting to line up these areas. I think that'd be good to have maybe a plot or 2 here. So let's go ahead and get at least that going for us. Go ahead and get those jobs queued up. So we have a burgage plot. We'll connect to that one. And I think what we'll do is just have it. Oh, this is going to be a little bit tricky here. That's fine. Plot too small. Okay, that's what I thought. Can we somehow work with this? Is this going to be a really wonky plot? It kind of is going to be a very wonky plot, and I don't think I'd really enjoy that, to be honest. We can have 2 homes, or we can have 1 home with a possible workshop going. I could move this guy out of the way, move our storehouse. I think, oh, we'd have to, oh, that's gonna be tough. Yeah, I think our storehouse needs to kind of go out here. So I'm not going to worry about this area for a second. So we'll get this burgage plot on this side going at least. We don't want to go too far. We want to have just enough. I'm going to get those points done. I think I'm going to have it go out to about here. And then out to here. And then trying to get that there. Road access obstructed. That's fine. Let's turn this around to get at least 2 burgage plots. I think that would be good. I don't think they're long enough to have the chicken coops, unfortunately. And then out here, we could probably have our manor go out this way. So maybe we don't want this yet. Yeah, actually, let's not do that. Let's cancel that burgage plot. And our settlement level went up again. Excellent. All right, so we get another development point. So I'm going to go for these better deals. So really just need to start work on trading. Okay, well, that's amazing. A bandit camp was sighted, so we have new bandits to deal with. So those are new problems. Where are they at? And ooh, they're very far away. Okay, I'm not too worried about that, but they will kind of become a problem. Definitely more worried about this one for sure. And look at that. Look how our city's kind of growing on the map there. Oh, I love it. I don't think we can see our buddy over here. Yeah, I don't think we can see his village yet. There's something going on right here, though. I think that's where he started, possibly. But other than that, we can't really see much else about his village. All right, well, very good. Guys, I think that's where I'm going to have to end this episode today. I hope you guys enjoyed more Manor Lords. I'm really enjoying this game. We're just getting through our first winter, and we've got some tier 2 homes that we're looking at. But without further ado, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, as always, for spending some of your time here. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day wherever you may be, and I shall see you in the next episode. Bye, everybody.